Yeah, hit it, baby.
I've not used this before, so I'm just trying it out.
Thwip, we're back with this shit. Now, let me tell you two things, Adam. It's great to be back. And number two, I'm running off of the hotel Wi-Fi. So if people in the chat think that either one of us are lagging, I would blame it on the Wi-Fi.
Blame it on the Wi-Fi. Sounds like a
Blame it on the boogie.
very modern country song. Blame it on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Someone in the chat, let me know if any of us are lagging. Let us know. Let's say hi to the chat while we're here. It's the Irishman. I think he's really Irish. He says he's from New Zealand, living here in Australia. But the man with the Irish exit, Johnny Sorensen, the Biz. You know it, buddy. Speaking of Spider-Man, we went to a speakeasy underground bar. Johnny,
like
myself, and a couple
would.
of dudes. Right now, there was a blackboard, right, and these are 4 or 5 grown men, most of which are wearing eyeglasses in a dark room. We were the only people using our flashlights on our phone to read the menu because we're old, right? But there's a blackboard, and on the board is a bunch of names, one of which was Spider-Man. And so I believe it was Johnny and one of my friends, Pat. I believe it was those two. They said, "Oh, I don't know what it is, but grab us the Spider-Man," because we thought it was a blackboard filled with names of cocktails. So I said, "Grab us a Spider-Man." So I got to the bar and go, "Yeah, I'll get a couple of Spider-Mans or Spider-Men,and they said, "That's not a drink we serve here." I was like, "It's on the board." And he goes, "Yeah, that's a nickname of one of the people that work here." We took a closer look at the board, like, let me just read this real quick. Oh, yes, I see. Okay. So we asked for a couple of Ben Rileys instead.
Oh, dude, that's fortuitous.
Thanks, you. Good evening. And not just normal Badger, but epic Badger is here. And thanks for dinner, Johnny.
Yep.
Johnny didn't admit to it, but I believe Johnny paid for our meals last night.
Oh, what a legend.
And the Lilith is here. Good to see you. What's the password, Zonks? I don't know what the password was. My friend Gregor had the password to get in, and it was a dark alleyway in Chinatown, and we get to this door, nondescript, nothing on it, just like a big metal door. Presses a button, and the slide thing goes. He says the password. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know what the password was. But then they violently shut it, go foomp, shut the door, and he's like, oh man, I must have got the password wrong for the day. And then before you know it, the thing unlocks and in we go. So that was pretty cool. But then there was a secret hidden door, and the way to get into that secret level was to ask the bartender if Toots was on. So I was like, hey, is Toots on tonight? And he's like, yes, she is. Passes me this slip, and that slip got me and the group minus the exit that Johnny did, but it was good stuff. And yes, there is a Jurassic Park Go Figure video coming to you straight after this. So we've got the Toybiz show tonight, and then we're heading over to Go Figure right after, or this morning, depending on where you are. And we will be in an hour from now, roughly an hour from now, over at Go Figure, and we'll be doing Can You Believe It?
Absolutely. And so, then, actually, also, hopefully, in the next day or two, we'll be getting another Go Figure video about these fellas. The Pirates of Dark Water.
Ooh, nice. I have to watch the cartoon and check it out. Craft beers are the worst. I know you don't know any beers ads, but trust me, out of all the beers, craft beers are the worst.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Shall we get into the show?
We should get into it. It's been too long since we've done some biz, bud.
I'm pretty stoked for this one. I can't remember anything from Series 2 of Ghostrider. Series 1 was all bangers. Series 3 of Spider-Man, you can see in the thumbnail, I didn't actually use any of the toys as reference because I didn't want to go and look and see what was in Ghostrider Series 2, so I just picked a comic image of Ghostrider. Mm-hmm. But this version of Spider-Man, he only showed up, the Spider Armor, he showed up in this toy line. He showed up later on, retroactively. But in the comic books, he only showed up in this outfit for one issue, and then that suit was destroyed. But I thought it was fantastic. Just an absolute awesome design. And we have been watching it and absolutely thoroughly enjoying it.
X-Men 97 was great. That second episode felt like a personal gift.
Yeah,
it was like, great. Hey guys, this is for you. That's for yours. Right.
And I was not anticipating that.
No, so when the title screen came up, I was like, should I pause this and call Zazel? Like I feel like I'm cheating on him right now.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And then, and you know what we should do before we get into it, in honor of that second episode of X-Men, and for Gaz, our boy Gaz, let's do this.
We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below, until we strike bottom inside the two sunkers. We're straight through the channel to Oslo we'll go.
And after I did that for Gaz, he only went and put this comment into the chat. Oh, I love you, Gaz, but that hurts.
Gaz has the special ability to make sure you know what he doesn't like.
He doesn't like our music. He doesn't like our destinations. He knows what he likes, and he doesn't like that.
It's funny how we've come almost full circle on Deep Sea Cable. I rewatched in preparation for this some of our old episodes, and when that one came up, it was you, me, Space Commander, and Wes on, and we destroyed that guy. We gave him negative points, like we were just like this, and we were so upset by it. But he's become such a character in our show that I even bought one for Gaz at GoFest. I saw it and I can't not get it for Gaz. And now Gaz has it on his cable display. And he's kind of redeemed himself a little bit. He's become a bit of a mascot.
He's kind of cool. Yeah. Gaz. He's kind of cool. Now Gaz is very cool. He's very cool. Speaking of very cool.
Yeah. So it's been a while, so let's do a little recap. We're looking at the history of Toybiz action figures. And Toybiz started its life as Sharon Toys in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, a little toy company. And it had a subsidiary called Toybiz for international sales. So if you bought a Toybiz action figure in Canada, it was a Sharon toy, and if you bought it anywhere else, it was a Toybiz. And their first kick at the can, their first action figures ever were these Batman the movie line. They kind of got that. And you can see here an example of a Canadian card that has English and French on it, and the Toybiz International card that just had English. And again, when the Batman figures came out, they were it. You had to have them. They were the toy that Christmas, and it was just, you never felt more connected to a property when that happened. And then we
Man, we
got
are a long way since we've done Bob the Goon. What a
they're
great starting
way,
episode that was.
a long way from Bob the Goon, and it's been fun to just like slow progression of this figure being like, this is awesome, to the figures we're going to get today, and just how the company has moved forward. But we started with the Batman line again, and we loved it. And then we got the DC line, which was almost like a redo of Superpowers. Kind of like it was like a second kick at the cat to get those figures if you didn't get them. But then we got Marvel figures for the first time since '84 in the Secret Wars figures. And so we got the Marvel superheroes. We got a couple of waves of those, and it was very much superpower scaled Marvel heroes for the first time. And then we got the X-Men Orange Card line, which for you and I both was like a personal favorite, and just this day is maybe one of my top 3 action figure lines ever. Like, it's just so good. So
You know what we should do?
What do we do?
For next RonCon, we should get replica metal Wolverine mask rings made up.
Yeah, we should. Yes. Okay, we're doing that.
All right, deal.
And then we got a couple more lines of the Marvel heroes, and then we got Marvel talking heroes, and some more X-Men, and then X-Force. But you could get X-Men, Marvel heroes, and X-Force all at the same time in the same store. So what Toybiz was doing was expanding their not a cinematic universe, but an action figure universe of all these compatible toy lines that kind of work together. But then a big thing happened in the world.
Yeah, it did.
Well, we got the change in the X-Men cards when they went to the Wolverine card. But we got a bunch of new cartoons that came out. We got Fantastic Four.
There's a great idea.
Oh, now we're
How
talking.
are you, Wes?
Wes
The
here.
Fandom Podcast boys. Hey, Shy, good to see ya. Nerds.
Nerds. But we got the Fantastic Four show, and then we got an Iron Man and Spider-Man show, and so we got this like cartoon universe happening, all getting their own, and it was a combined universe. There was crossover episodes, and even X-Men from the '90s, the X-Men show appeared in Spider-Man, and so we were getting cartoon crossovers and toy lines that crossed over, and so we got Fantastic Four toys and Spider-Man toys and Iron Man toys. And they're all on different cards.
Yes. Look at that Spider-Man. Perfection.
Yeah, he sure loves the Ramones. It's great. But we got these bombard you to a toy aisle. You would get 4 or 5 different comic book action figure lines to pick from. We were really living in a special time, and we didn't know how good we had it when we look at the toy aisles now. But we then added Ghostrider to that lineup, and there wasn't a Ghostrider television show because they made a sizzle reel for one, so you can find some footage of it out there. But I think it was Fox Kids was like, listen, we can't do a show about a guy going to hell and being Satan's warrior. We can't do that. So we'll just not do that. But the figures came out, and we got them. Looked at Wave 2 of Ghostrider, or Wave 1 of Ghostrider last time, or a couple episodes ago. But today we're going to be looking at Wave 3 of the animated Spider-Man waves, and Wave 2 of Ghostrider. And I'll say, Spider-Man up until this point has been okay. There's been some real hits and some real misses. But I really feel like this Wave 3, they've started to hit their stride. They've really kind of figured it out. So let's take a look at Spider-Man Wave 3 here, my friend. And we're going to start with this. Maybe the most iconic Spider-Man villain. Maybe the figure you need the most if you're going to have a Spider-Man toy line. We had a great version of this guy in the Toybiz line earlier. But this one has a throwing pumpkin hand. He's got a glider that has missiles that shoot. He couldn't look more comic accurate if he tried. This, to me, is just, if you saw this, it was something special on that toy trip.
Yeah, so this one, I think that they took a few cues from the first Toybiz Green Goblin, but they added some bonus things that elevate it, like giving it a peg in the hand to hold the bomb, whereas the other one was like loosey goosey and would just fire it. I'm trying to remember if this one also has the spring arm. I can't tell from reading it here if he had a spring arm too, but it was good. It was good to get another Green Goblin into the collection because we were far removed from the first one at this point. And with this comment, I know even less on this one. Well, at the end of this, we are hoping you will say, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. And I'll play that one at the end if it's true.
Nice. Yeah. There's nothing I would change about this figure. Like I say, we loved the first one. And then again to take a cue from that, make some adjustments. And I'll say this is maybe one of the only Spider-Man villains. And yeah, he could be a custom Blix from Legend. So Legend gets a lot of heat. I freaking love Legend. That's a great movie. Anybody says it's not a great movie is crazy.
I thought it was a good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. Maybe I need to rewatch it so that it will elevate it to legendary status. I will say the sculpted on purse, what are we calling it? Side satchel?
Yeah, European handbag.
Yeah, European handbag. Having it sculpted on, I guess, is. I mean, it doesn't impede any of his articulation, which is nice. But we are quite. We're not all about the articulation, and standard articulation is just fine with us. And however that looks, Toybiz have set a standard at this point though, where at least the elbows and the knees are going to have a bend, and if they don't, it better have a good reason why it don't. But I really, really do. And this is coming from an animated cartoon that started with Hobgoblin and not Green Goblin.
Right.
And started with the action figure of Hobgoblin, which was voiced by Mark Hamill, so, arguably cooler. And I'd say at the time, I do think that I thought Hobgoblin was probably cooler than Green Goblin. Lenore's sneaking around the floor here thinking that she's going to not be on camera. I haven't told her that she can't be on camera if she walks past because of that.
Oh, fuck, you call me out like that, you bitch.
So she's crawling on the floor.
You can do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt them. But anything else is fine.
No promises there.
Anyway, I was going to let her just keep crawling backwards and forwards.
It would be awesome if just like hands came up and grabbed your face and pulled you backwards like a horror movie.
That's how I fell off my chair last time.
Yeah. That'd be my favorite cameo. But I'll say this: I think the Green Goblin here is one of the fewest, or has the least redesign for the cartoon. So a lot of the villains were redesigned for the cartoon, and Osborn here kind of looks like he did back in the comic books. Like he just kind of looks like that classic Green Goblin, which I'm a big fan of.
How do you feel about the yellow eyes with the black pupils? Because there's been some alternate ways to show the Green Goblin, but I personally prefer this look.
Yeah, I'm for it, man. I mean, I'm in. This is
there was a really cool way that Alex Ross did it, where it made it look like you could see his eyes behind glass. Right. And he had a great way of interpreting the characters anyway, but for some reason it's creepier with just the black pupils on the yellow.
Yeah. You've seen the unused Spider-Man Sam Raimi Goblin mask, right? It's like the test.
I thought that looked pretty good.
I thought it was incredible, like way better than if they would have used that original mask and the original black suit they had for Tobey Maguire, where it was just the black, like that was the game changer.
Yeah, so good. I wish they had maybe used that one for the No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
When they bring him back, like I like the way he looked in that too, though, with the hood on. I thought that was pretty good. But Gaz gives us a 71 out of 2.
That's a lot.
That
71
is huge.
Out of 2 is huge. So Gaz,
nice. Really there's a deep cut.
Oh, how good is Maximum Overdrive?
Can we bring Wes on? Bring all the boys from Fandom Power Podcast, Andy and everyone. And we'll do a Maximum Overdrive watch along.
Maximum watch along?
Giving it an 8. Yeah, Maximum watch along. Perfect. So we've got an 8, we've got a 7.5. I got to be honest, and I know this is calling it early, but I'm going to give Green Goblin a 10 out of 10. I think this is just as good as the original Toybiz, and as much. And I think I must have given Green Goblin a 10 out of 10 last time. I need to go back and have a look. But as great as that toy was,
nostalgic because your little brother had him.
Exactly. Thank you for remembering. Also named. I think the glider is probably the only thing here that has been cartoonized. And so the glider, I don't think the glider's that great, but that was the style at the time. Yeah, there we go. Maximum Overwatch, even better. It would be an 8 if you didn't look awkward on the glider. Yeah, the glider is a bit of a hit and miss here.
I just want to address Shy for a second. She says she's a superhero failure. I've barely watched Tobey Maguire's Spider movies because of my son. I'm saying any mom who's watching Spider-Man with her son is the opposite of a failure, and you keep that up.
Yeah. Any Spider-Man, I would argue, is a good watch. Even the original, was it 70s? Was it 70s or 60s?
The 70s, yeah.
70s. There you go.
It was great.
I quite liked the look of that spider suit. But I'm giving this guy 10. Glider notwithstanding, and yes, the card art. Let's address that. We have a single character on there on the side, and we've got Spider-Man on the front prominently. It's a great card. Back to having individual characters on the card, which is great.
Yeah, and I wanna push back on you a little bit, where you said, notwithstanding because of the cartoonized glider, it's a cartoon figure. Like that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm just saying with the design of the glider is not my favorite, but I understand that
it's how it appered in the cartoon.
It doesn't even match the card art.
Listen, Linda. No, to me this is an easy 10, and again, Toybiz has come a long way, and then they've kind of figured out the Spider-Man wave. So yeah, 10 out of 10 here. I'm all in on Norman Osborn.
Comes with a pumpkin bomb. Maybe cooler if the rockets on the side were also pumpkins. I don't know if that was happening at the time. Maybe a smoke effect at the back, but we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. But definitely a 10 out of 10.
I think it should have come with interchangeable heads that were identical, but one's Harry and one's Norman.
Speaking of Spider-Man movies, I saw a memory come on Facebook of me taking Xavier when he was little, wearing his full Spider-Man outfit to go and see the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And
that memory came up on my phone today too, of me and Grayson.
Oh, well, cool. All right, so yeah, we're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, 15 years ago, me and Grayson in the theater watching Spider-Man.
That's what we did. Yeah. And he was dressed as Spider-Man. So we're just twins from across the country.
Yeah, one of us is Captain America, and one of us is U.S. agent. We just don't know which is which.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll fight over the shields.
Exactly.
Yeah, great figure. I don't know where I was going with that. The Spider-Man thing. And I saw a meme also today where Len might have sent it to me on TikTok, where it was like a photo of a kid wearing a Spider-Man outfit, and it says, "When do the kids grow out of this?" And then it shows that same kid like 10 years or 15 years later as an adult wearing a Spider-Man costume. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I just want to, again, Shy says, we had the Spider-Man figures. I wish I would have kept them now. Well, let me tell you from experience, you can buy them again. You can just go get them again, right? Just get them again.
Spray that like button. Thwip. You got to
hit it with a pumpkin bomb, baby. Hit it with a pumpkin bomb. All right, so moving on from this perfect Green Goblin figure, starting out strong, right? Like it's our first album here is a hit. Yeah. We come up with the Rhino.
Okay, this is rough.
Yeah. In concept, it's a cool character. He's got a weird gimmick where he puts a button on his bed, a button on his back, and his head like rams out, kind of like a dollar store Ram Man.
Yeah.
But again, I just feel like this looks like a cheaper toy from a different line. Like almost looks like a knockoff.
Yeah, that is a shame because Rhino is a cool concept, cool character. Yeah, but you're right, and we've gotten pretty heavy duty characters from Toybiz that have been executed really well, like Guido,
Yep.
aka Strong Guy. But this is a step back. Oof.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even if you change the face, which is rough, the body is also. That's how I would look if I put on a rhino suit, but with less abs. I think I would fill it out just as bad.
Like spam and stalking.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this one. Like, I feel like it's 2's maybe too low, but 5's too high, so maybe 3. This is not a
Yeah.
good toy.
It's not a. It's. You know what? If this would have been in the first run of Toybiz, that first run, it still would have looked bad.
Yeah, it would have been the least favorite of that run. So even as an original concept style, it would have sucked.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I give this a 4, just because of the size, and you get a rhino.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
guess.
tough to follow that Green Goblin with this fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you
Yikes.
paint flesh on a face, it does not work for me.
No, but what's the alternative? Paint the whole rhino grey? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, just
a
cast it
moderate
in-
10.
Well, cast the body in gray plastic, and then just paint the head gray on top of the skin,
Good point. Good point.
and then it looks like a mask.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's the face. There's too much going on with the eyes, but it's also just not a great sculpt. So
You know what this looks like? This looks like the Rizzler when he grew up.
the legs look too tall for the body. You know, like it's not. It's a medium 10.
Yeah, I want to go back and address what Retro Tinker said. He goes, "It's a moderate 10 for me." Yeah, Nate, that's
Yeah.
called a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. Throw out some real numbers.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, so I'm giving him a 4 just because of his size. You can knock him about. But, definitely would not have been the
Sure.
first figure I went and grabbed from this line.
Why doesn't he just have 2 fists? Like, what does he need open hands for? It's not like they're not open enough to grab a Spider-Man.
It's so he can pass the bok choy.
True. I was wondering why there's a horn coming out of his forehead, not realizing he's dressed as a rhino. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
He gets a numpty out of 10.
yeah. So I give him a 4. I will say this though: it appears his crotch has abs. Like the abs go right down into the crotch.
All right, you got to give him an extra point for having crotch abs. But also, if you squint, those 2 last ones pointing down towards the other one kind of look a little like a doodle.
A little.
Looks
Okay.
a bit like dick and balls.
Moving on from the Saturday morning nostalgic stream, we come up with the Scorpion.
Nice.
So now this was a big redesign for the show. That's 10 out of 10 for supporting Star Wars superheroes. Yeah, a big design for the show. His tail, his action play feature was that his tail had a wire in it, right? So you could like bend it around and capture Spider-Man with it. And
Perfect.
so for me, this is the opposite of Rhino. He's appropriately buffed. The redesign looks great. The tail is a great play feature. This is fantastic. This is great. Do you want to know how I found out about this guy existing?
Tell me.
I was watching an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay.
and then in the episode, Will was like, mucking around and being irresponsible, and then the butler Jeffrey came in, and Will was playing with Spider-Man figures, and then he held up to the camera. He's like, "Hey, Jeff, want to play? You can be this green guy." And I was like, "There's a Scorpion I can get." Like that was how I found out that there's a Scorpion.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
big comeback after an "Oh no, Rhino,"
Exactly.
and what a great. I mean, they could have just ended the Fresh Prince right there in that last episode with a couple of Toybiz toys.
They could have. They could have.
So I remember seeing the Scorpion in the
Fucker am I.
comics. But I remember him having a full face mask. Like you could still see his mouth and stuff, which was
Right.
weird. But it was all still the mask. But he had his mouth would still move, and he didn't have a hook or a spike at the end of his tail. It was like a club.
Right.
But then I know that I could be also mixing up my Scorpions because I know he had a few different looks in the comics, but I just remember the full green mask at least. And there was a time where he didn't have the spike. But I think this is a much cooler idea, having the open mouth part.
Yep.
And a great costume. I think was it Mac Gargan? Put together because of J. Jonah Jameson's hate for the Spider-Man and wants to get the Scorpion out there as a natural enemy to the Spider. And then I think he later became Venom. So,
Yeah, for a while he was Venom. This guy was great because he felt like a worthy foe of Spider-Man, even in your toy world. Right? He wasn't an easy defeat. Like you had to watch out for his. Like it was just this seemed like a big bad, not just a regular bad.
It's cool. It's cool that most of his rogues gallery are other animals as well. Rhino gets a 5. This guy gets an 11. It's hard to argue with that. And Lilith saying that Scorpion needs to add to the list of his collection. A 10. I agree. This has got to be a 10 out of 10 too. And he's got gloves. It's also a 10. Big fan of the gloves. And I quite like the different types of green that we have going on here with the gloves and the boots and the jockeys.
No, something about the simpler time from simpler designs. I think this to me look better. I find when I look at like a shelf of like a Marvel Legends or like the new Black Series or whatever, or everything just looks like shades of gray. Nothing really pops and is exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like a clean line superhero design. That's what I grew up on, and that's what I like. And I'm an old man. I'm stuck in my ways.
Can't have Scorpion without a good score. Ooh, 8 out of 10. Nice.
And the thing is, too, if you watch a couple of the episodes, you will see this guy rock Spider-Man like a hurricane.
Yeah, so true. Here I am.
If they don't put that in the new Spider-Man movie when Scorpion shows up,
yes,
they've really missed out an opportunity.
And then he shows up with "Here I am."
Right? It would be so good. Oh, I'll call Kevin.
Yep, let him know,
and I'll let him know. Hey, we got an idea.
He's watching. He's watching. He knows.
Right, Kevin, listen to us. Just do the thing with the music. All right,
you'll get a big old 10 if you do.
Yeah, we're in a real back and forth relationship here where things are great and they're bad, they're great. We're going back with Spider-Man figures. But next up, we've got
just missing the crutch out.
There's a very specific workout you have to do.
Sounds like a cool kid giving away comics. That's a good friend right there.
Your love. We get the Shocker.
This one's a shocker.
This one's a shocker. And he's got missiles you put into his arms that shoot out. Right.
Okay,
so
well, I mean, did he have the wind up thing where he would shake as well, or am I thinking of a different Shocker toy?
I think you're just thinking of the next Shocker toy.
Oh, but that's also a cool concept.
Right. But that one had bendy elbows. This one doesn't have bendy elbows because his missiles need to fit in his arm.
Every girl's favorite toy was the Shocker.
Gross.
But shooting power blasts. Perfect 10. I really, really like this outfit. But I also, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, I think that would be a very comfortable costume to give a hug to.
Oh, yeah, it looks like very huggable. They put the Shocker in, right, because they couldn't use Electro. There was something going on that they couldn't use Electro for the first few seasons.
Or Sandman.
Right, because they were going to be in the movie, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Gotcha. Which still doesn't make sense. Like, why can't you use the character still?
Well, because they didn't want to design it wrong, or there's a whole thing. I don't
just
understand.
Stick to the comics. Doesn't matter.
It's like they
didn't use Sandman for the same reason.
Yeah, they couldn't use Batman in Smallville because they're working on a Batman Begins movie and they didn't want to confuse the audience. We're not going to be confused.
Yeah, just give us more. Yeah, it looks like a pineapple. Yeah. What do we got here? 9 out of 10. Okay, yep. Never really liked
Yeah.
the character. Well, he's not. He's a bad guy. You don't have to like him, but it is a good interpretation. 9 out of 10. He looks like a thin thing. Thin thing. Thin thing. Do your thing.
Right. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Do you think the Thing looks at Shocker and just has like, oh, he's doing so much better than I am?
But is that fishnets over a yellow costume or?
I think it's quilted to insulate the electricity.
Yeah. Well, either way, it looks great. Did I score it yet? Like, I'm tempted to give it a 10. However, like it doesn't have the bendy elbows. But as we said, if it has a good reason for not having it, then it's still a good toy, and it shoots rockets out of his hand. So that's pretty neat. 007 out of 10. Okay. Gaz. 0.1. Look at the right shoulder. I think that's I think that's not the toy's fault. I think that might be Adam's fault.
Because look at his right shoulder on the package, Gaz. Look at it on the package, Gaz. With Borat.
Borat. Maybe.
Yeah, like
He's not very nice.
My elbows not bend. I will not bend.
I'm a bad guy.
And this
Just
is where
because I'm a bad guy.
Devolves into Borat impressions for the next hour.
Yeah, let's do it. Look, I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm going to give it a 10. I don't know. There's nothing here that I hate.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it a 9. Just because I think if they would have had smaller missiles, that they could have put an elbow bend in there. Like, these missiles are quite big.
But that would have been a choking thing, though, right? They were making them big back then.
I know, but I'm gonna give it a 9 because everything can't be a big old 10, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah. I like it.
And 9 is still respectable. But moving on here, we get the armored Spider-Man, and he comes
Look
with
at that
a
picture on the card. It looks. I'm just gonna cut right in here, Adam. So
Yeah.
if my favorite Spider-Man, which is the arm out Spider-Man, was a big 10 out of 10, this is it's a 11 out of 10. Like, I do have some issues with it, admittedly. He has a firing arm or something, so it doesn't really bend there either. It's got like a weird position that he's holding his web hand in. But like, it's the amount of detail that they're putting into this toy. Like, it's segmented, it's grid patterned, and it's not painted on. It's like sculpted on there. The card art. I mean, admittedly, the card art looks better than the toy. The comic looked better than the toy. Which is a shame. Like, he maybe a little bit too broad in the shoulders. Like, it was still like a very thin Spider-Man costume, but even the art on the side showing how reflective it is, I'm enamored with it. I think it's beautiful. Minus 10. Shut up.
You know what we should do for RonCon 97?
Yeah.
Get a couple of these and then chrome them.
That would have made this toy 100 out of 10 if it was chrome. My God, that would have looked awesome. But I also think...
Go ahead.
Go on.
No,
Well, I'm just saying that you go. No, but I think that may I? I think that they could have just as easily painted a regular Spider-Man in this color and just said, "That's it.
Right.
We're done for the day." Like it's close enough to looking like regular Spider-Man that they probably could have done that. But I loved the comic issue it was in. I think in the cartoon it was a multi-dimensional situation where he shows up from another dimension.
In the final episode.
Right, but I don't think he shows up in this otherwise. Again, I'm old. Maybe. But
but that's what I was going to say. It's interesting. He was in one panel of a comic book, and then he got a figure, and he was an optional power-up in the video game, the Sega Genesis Spider-Man video game.
Oh, yes.
And then he finally appeared in the show in the final episode. So this was just an animated version of a comic character to fill it out. This was not in the show yet.
True. Okay, well that's even cooler. But the in the comic he creates it out of some sort of hardened web fluid. So almost a spray can Spidey. True. Shiny and chrome. That's true. Grimlock is king. Gaz will agree. You'll have a fan in Gaz. But in the comics, he lasted a good while in I would say more than one panel, maybe five, right? But he's fighting the group. I think we're called the Executioners, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember.
I think you're right.
And then it shatters, but at the image is like as it shatters, he sort of jumps out of it like a spider jumping out of a cocoon that spiders don't ordinarily jump out of. But for
Like
some
a
reason,
spider
he's
jumping out of
always
an armored
jumping in and out of like an armored cocoon. Anyway, I love it. 11 out of 10. I know it has its flaws. I know it's a little bit too broad and stocky, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So
I just love that it's a variant that makes sense.
That too.
Right? All right, and then we get a superposable Spider-Man. Right? So
Can I say at this point, and I think
Yeah.
we're going to start noticing it from now on,
Yeah.
is that they can't nail the face paint. They can't.
No.
For some reason they keep messing up the design of the webbing on his face. He doesn't have in the comics. Doesn't have like a big section in the front here for his face. It's all relatively symmetrical.
yeah.
So, great idea, good concept, and we have said several times if you're going to have a superposable action figure, Spider-Man's the one to do it. Not everyone
Yep.
has to be. Spider-Man does. I love the pin as well, and the appropriate art on it.
Yep.
The chest pattern is wonky. The webs are wonky. The head's too small. You're right. And the problem is, I must have missed something. Have I read all the comics? No, but I think I might have from the 80s up to the 90s. I may have. I must have missed something from saying something about spider drones. But as much as I want to love this Spider-Man, I think we've had better ones, regardless of the superposability.
But even the superposable gray carded Toybiz one was much better than this, proportionate-wise.
True.
They could have just given us that one in this packaging and it would have been fine.
Yep.
Right? But I do like that they haven't encumbered him with any other gimmicks or parachutes or any nonsense. It's just a posable Spider-Man. But I give him a 7 because we've seen better.
I think 7's fair, and I like that they've given him one whip hand and one punching hand.
Yeah.
Right, you gotta mix it up a little bit, but it's just I don't think I own this one. But even if I did see it, I would have been disappointed, as I am right now, and as you will see going forward when they keep making this pattern on his face, that it never gets good. So yeah, maybe a 7.
Okay, so that's our Spider-Man wave because our waves are smaller here because there's so many things are going out. Toybiz did bring out a $20.99 figure, and I found it at a flea market last week and did not buy it, and I am having regrets all week. So I might go back and see if I can find it later today.
Very cool.
Yeah, now, moving into Ghostrider Series 2. Now, we only got 5 figures in the Ghostrider Series 2 wave, and that's okay, as long as they're good. Okay, as long as they're good. So we're going to start here with Armored Blaze.
I vaguely remember this happening in the Midnight Suns comic books, but at this point everyone was getting armored up. Like Daredevil was getting armored up, Spider-Man was getting armored up, everyone was getting Colossus, believe it or not, was getting armored up. So Armored Blaze makes sense. He kind of looks a bit more like an android than Armor. But he wasn't even Ghost Rider at this point. He was just Blaze.
Yeah. But he also had a light up feature on his back. He pushed his back and his chest would light up and glow red. So that was the thing. But so he had armor on, he had sculpted on flames, he had a glow-in-the-dark chain, so he wouldn't lose his shotgun. And he had extra armor you could put onto him as well. Whether you like the character or not, this is a dynamite execution in a dynamite toy.
Yeah, oh yeah. So this wasn't my Ghost Rider when I was growing up. Blaze, I knew from the comics Blaze was the previous Ghost Rider, but I never read any of his Ghost Rider comics. But his gun was so cool, it would shoot hellfire. How great is that? Yeah, glow in the dark anything is an extra couple of points on this. Kind of giving me Kane vibes.
Yeah.
A little. But I think he's an 8. I'll give it an 8. Like, it's not a bad looking toy. If you had no connection to Ghost Rider at all, and you got this toy in your toy box, that's still a fun day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a 9 because I think it's got multiple gimmicks that all work. So like normally at this point in time, a glow in the dark feature would have been like, oh, that's its play features. It glows in the dark, and that would have been fine. He also gets a light up chest and clip on armor as well. So for me, this is a solid 8. Cool. I really think it's great. And again, he's got.
I gave it a 9.
Did I give? Or maybe I gave it a 9. Probably gave it a 9. But he also had the ball jointed hips and shoulders, made for like superposability. Because they had to ride those bikes, right?
Bike.
Yeah. So just 9 out of 10 couldn't be better. And again, it's a strong like sidekick to your main character, right? And working alongside the main guy. So yeah, love this. Off to a good start. And then we get this fella here. All right. This is Zarathos. And glows in the dark. Again, shoots the missiles out of his arms. That is similar to the Shocker, so very similar. But look at the flame sculpting on his arms and head.
Yeah,
it's so good. Figure itself, the figure itself, his head is awesome, and his flaming fists are awesome. The rest of him feels a little bit boring.
So for me, his fist looks like he's been punching ice cream. Just opening up lids of ice cream and just punching them and getting the ice cream up his arms. And that looks more like ice cream than flames. I like the concept. I like that there's different color flame on him. I'm not that familiar with him, or maybe I just don't recognize him in this toy form.
Right.
And before Gaz says anything, obviously he's missing a knee pad. But
things need to be symmetrical for Gaz, or else.
Yeah, Neapolitan 10 out of 10, delicious. But it looks like a fun toy, and it looks like it would be, because have we had Vengeance in the line yet?
Yep.
Did we see him last week? Not last week, last time. But I think Vengeance is a cooler foil for Ghost Rider. But this guy's not bad. But I don't know. There's just the rest of him is not. It's not really hitting it. Does he glow? He does. He got the glow things. Ice cream fists, 4.3. All right, guys, I agree with you. 4.3 for the ice cream fists. I'll bump it up to 5. Like, it's not a bad toy. And again, if you had this guy in Blaze in your toy box and you didn't know who they were, and you're like, oh, this guy can fight this guy, it works. Earwax missiles. True. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a 6. I really like the hand fists, like the hand flames and head flames. I think they look great, and they glow in the dark at some points. So it's good. And again, like it's a cool toy. However, if you have this guy sit next on the pegs to this guy,
now that's a bad guy. Outcast kicked ass. This guy was brutal in the comics. Now him I remember, and look at those accessories. Holy shit!
Yeah, so he gets like a mace chain that's attached to a little cage with a glow in the dark bird in it. So he gets a little buddy.
Ice cream soldier. That's great.
And then
He gets a buddy in a cage.
yeah, there's like a little bird in a cage
That's
attached to that
cool.
chain, right?
Yeah.
So he gets a little buddy. He gets a club that's like a big skeleton hand that's all cobbled together. So he gets to use it as his weapon. And then he gets a glow-in-the-dark belt of skulls around him like a predator. And then glow-in-the-dark spikes over him. He just looks like the coolest toy I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. This guy would be cool in any toy line. Far out. That is if you walked down a dark alley and saw this guy, you would be absolutely glowing yourself. Another one, I can't know. There's no way. This guy's way cooler than me. Yeah, he's like a Norwegian half red man.
Right.
Uh,
But that
he also
windswept
kind of
beard is such a great sculpt.
and with the angle that they've got him, it kind of looks like he's leaning into the wind too. Looks pretty cool. Oh man, such a menacing looking toy.
It's so
Big
good.
old, big old 10, as Nate would say.
Yeah, but when you have this guy next to this guy gets cut down to like a 3.
Yeah. They don't even look like they're from the same toy line. That guy looks like he could be part of McFarlane's monster series. That guy looks cool. It only looks like me in the same way that I have as much hair on my shoulders, you know.
But again, it's interesting you say that because this was around the time that Spawn was coming out, right? And McFarlane was starting to change the landscape of what a sculpted figure looks like. And Shy, this guy's weapons are just so cool. I think it's skeleton hand.
So good.
Yeah, we can disagree. We can disagree a little. It's okay. We can still be friends and disagree. But yeah, this guy kind of looks more like I say, he could fit in with McFarlane Spawn stuff at this time. Just it felt like an evolution of toys. So maybe I'll say this: this guy looks like a good Toybiz toy. This guy looks like something different is coming.
Yeah.
I give this
two
Nate
Nate
10s.
10s.
Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's almost
and
too
you say,
good.
well,
It's almost too good for this line.
where do we go from here is what you probably say to yourself. Where do we go from this guy?
Do we get a Ghostrider for this Ghostrider line?
Boom. We get this Ghostrider.
There he is.
Now, he's got a glow-in-the-dark head, glow-in-the-dark waist fire, and a shield that shoots a little thing that shoots the shield.
Okay.
But he's also got a button on his back that blows him apart.
Okay.
This is exploding Ghostrider. So you can see in the package he's all apart.
Oh, I see. So I don't remember Ghostrider ever blowing to bits, but if there was a character that could, I mean, maybe Ghostrider. I will say this is more of his classic Johnny Blaze look, right?
Yeah.
This isn't a Dan Ketch Ghostrider. This is a Johnny Blaze by the looks of it.
So we're going to see that in a second again, that Johnny Blaze makes appearances here as Ghostrider a couple times.
Yeah, he looks like he's holding a fire in, and if he lets it out, he's going to explode.
Yeah, the head looks a little weird.
In that, yeah. Wah! Hey, Beastman! But I like the idea of it. I mean, it's sure is a different concept.
Well,
I don't hate the idea.
Concept. It's a stolen concept from the Incredible Crash Test dummies.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, if you're going to put him on a bike and crash that bike, having a blow apart Ghostrider is not a bad idea.
Johnny Blaze, that's Method Man. Unreal. But yeah, you know what? The skeleton head reminds me of? Remember when Origins came out and they kind of messed up Skeletor's head?
Oh, true. Yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
Not quite right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll give it I don't hate it. I'll give it maybe an 8.
Yeah. I like that Johnny Blaze gets a little love here in the Ghostrider line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the head sculpt. And I don't mind the gimmick. It's different. It's fun. It's always a blow apart or fun. But I'd probably give it a 7.5, something like that.
Sure.
Because we've had such great Ghostriders before, right? We've had such great Ghostriders before that this falls up a little short. But moving on from here, we get what they're calling original Ghostwriter.
Well, that's not true either.
No.
So this is like a mix, almost like a mix of Dan and Johnny Blades. I can't recall. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't recall him wearing the grayish pants. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think he did. So
Yeah.
But he's got the spikes. This is definitely closer to the Ghost Rider I was a fan of. I liked the bike that this version of Ghost Rider came with too. 10 out of 10 for looking like a Muppet. Beetlejuice sex 10. I hope I said that right. Free comic inside. True. That gives it an extra point.
So we've got a glow in the dark belt and 2 chains, like real chains to whip around and wail at people. But if you beat this guy up, Zazel, if you went into battle, his chest comes apart, revealing bones inside.
That's cool. All right, that's cool.
A little battle damage. And look how good those mold on flame on his hands and feet.
So we haven't had battle damage since Wolverine and Sabretooth, right? And we had it obviously as He-Man collectors, but this is a great concept. I love that.
Yeah.
This is a 10 for me, or a 12 out of 10. Gary gives it a 12.
He's on fire. Boom shakalaka.
He hates these cans. Big old 10. And another 10. Yeah, this is a 10. This is fun. It's a good looking Ghost Rider anyway. I prefer this version of Ghost Rider. Having extra flame on him is cool because he would sometimes really power up, right?
Yeah.
And having some battle damage is great. Perfect. What more do you want other than a bike for Ghost Rider?
You want to know what? You want to know what, Zazel? Zazel, you want to know what?
Tell me what. What?
You said, what more could you want?
Yeah.
When this came out at a KB toy store, a very limited run of these came out. It was a 2-pack team-up, one of 5,000, where you got that same Ghost Rider and a Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider figure.
What a time to be alive.
Can you imagine walking in and seeing this? When you say to yourself, I can't choose if I want to get a Spider-Man figure today or if I want to get a Ghost Rider figure today. Well, shut the front door because here is Ben Reilly.
This is cool.
And then it's just,
Hey,
Will.
Good to see you, buddy. We were talking about you earlier. We have to get you back on one of these.
Absolutely. And after this, heading over to my channel to do Jurassic Park figures, Will. So that's right up your alley.
Oh, yeah. So that reminds me, Adam's link is in the description. Straight after this, we're jumping over to Go Figure. Can you believe it? Yes, you can.
So you get in this pack, which again is one of 5,000, which makes it maybe harder to get today. But man, do I want to find one of these. You get maybe the best Spider-Man figure we've seen in a long time with the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly situation. It's so good. It was later reissued on an Overpower card. The only 2 ways to get it were the Overpower card or on this 2-pack. And you get a little die-cast Spider-Man, a little guy there.
Cool. He's a little guy.
Yeah, it's great. The KB Toys 2-packs were great. Actually, I got one of my favorite things on my wall is a KB Toys 2-pack from Will, and it's a Silver Samurai robot Wolverine and a little tiny metal Cyclops.
It's a Tupac.
It's a Tupac. Yeah, this to me this is all the figures have been great so far except for Rhino. This to me I was like, oh man, this I need to have this. Look at the thing on the card.
Yeah, he looks badass. So this is the blow apart Ghostrider from the
No,
previous
this is
one.
the battle damage one.
No, yeah, so that's what I meant. Sorry, this is the battle damage Ghostrider, but now all black.
Yeah,
So cool.
right. Like
So
probably the best
cool.
execution of that mold. Yeah,
Yeah.
not this bad. I'm on the hunt. Officially on the hunt. If anybody has these,
Well,
let me
if
know.
we're lucky, next year Wilhelm will have it in his room. We can go shopping.
Right.
Yeah. Check out Check out the
I
WizKid Will.
I think we should officially add it to the schedule. We do Ron Con, Will's Room, Joe Fest.
Will's room. Yeah. Will's room is like a bonus, and you got to have a secret code to get in.
Yeah.
What an amazing time to be a toy collector. Agreed. You could walk into any toy store and walk out with bags full and not go broke. Also true.
It's also
every
true
payday.
of Will's hotel room. I walk out with bags
Yep.
of toys and not go broke.
True. And a big old hug.
Big ol' hug. Yeah, so that's that. So here's the lineup, and I think Toybiz is really hitting their stride at this point in time. Attaboy Gaz. But to go back to Zathras, he really stands out as not looking like
Yeah.
he belongs in these toy lines.
Damn, he looks good. If you could take out one, you'd take out the Rhino.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is a pretty solid line of toys. A few 10s in there, a few 11s, a couple of 20s.
A couple of 20s.
I think the code word might be thwip, or it might be, hey man, let me in. It's me. Hey, how are you, Droz? We're
Droz.
almost done here, Droz. But straight after here, link in the description, we're heading over to Adams, and can you believe it? It's a double feature, quite like a Ghostrider / Scarlet Spider situation, where we are going to continue the fun. Not
Let's look at
later,
it again.
right now.
Let's look at it again. Let's bask in the glory of that.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, it's
Well,
totally
Adam,
good.
thanks for taking us back through Toybiz again. What's the next Toybiz going to be? What's after
Well-
this? Have we hit any Hulk yet?
Well, we're gonna go big next time. All right, we're gonna go big. We're gonna do a special episode. There's more nerds.
Okay.
We're gonna do the Incredible Hulk season or wave 1 and the X-Men Deluxe 10-inch figures.
Nice. We have done Fantastic Four a few times, Lilith. You haven't missed it.
Yep.
You need to go back and check it out. I'm almost certain you were there in the chat. Guys, hit the like button, or as Phil said it, web it or stick it or something. Thwip it.
I think
Thwip
he
that
said
like
spray it.
button.
He said spray.
Spray it. You say it, don't spray it. Hit that like button on this stream. Go into the description of this one so you can find the link for Go Figure and meet us over there, because we're gonna, can you believe it, talk about some Kenner Jurassic Park. We're gonna stand up in that Jeep and take a look at some cool stuff.
Beautiful.
Thwip it good.
Yep. So that is our Toybiz show today. And like I say, Basil says we're gonna head over. I'm gonna go grab a drink. So give us like 5 or so minutes, and we will be going live on Go Figure. Kenner, you believing it?
Can't wait to be there. And hopefully today you've learned a few things to do with Toybiz. And as we know,
Because knowing is half the battle.
Space Commando.
put
Yeah, are you
the
gonna
link
put the
here.
link
Put
in
some
the
work in. It's in the description. Fine, let me go and put the link in.
In the link.
Give me 1 second and I'll find it. Maybe Gaz can find it for us. No, it's all right. I'll do the work.
We're
Let
glad
me
you're
put
enjoying
the-
yourself. It's we try to have as much fun as we can.
Yeah, we do. Okay, here's the link. Heading your way. Give me 1 moment. Putting it in the chat, and then I'll turn the volume down so I don't double up. Oh, look, there we are. We're a handsome bunch.
Yes, do the work.
There's the work. All right, and thank you, Nate, for also throwing it in there too. All right, so we'll be back in a few moments on Adam's channel, but back for Toybiz on this channel to talk about some Hulk and X-Men. Here's the link given to you by both the Retro Tinker and see you ask for a couple of guys to do the work for you, and we'll just jump as a chance. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you over at Adam's channel. 5 minutes. There's the
5
link.
minutes.
We did the work. Be there. Leave a like. Goodbye.
Bye.
Play the outro.
Hey man, no strangers here. These times I hope they're dear. Doors open, so come on in. Yeah, that was great. Let's do it again. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we hit pause and then hit rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we hit pause and then hit rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly.
Get over there.